I grew up in a house of educators. My father was principal of the school for 43 years. My mother was a college graduate. She had a house full of kids, but she never taught. All of my brothers and sisters, I'm the only rebel of the group. They're all educators. But education was stressed from the early age that was the path to get ahead. You know, I never wanted to disappoint my parents by not meeting the high expectations and particularly not doing the best that I could do. Because while they didn't scold you or beat you, but you had that feeling that they expected you to do well, and the expectation was that you would do well and they would encourage you to do well, whatever it was that you wanted to do. So my brothers and sisters, they all encouraged me to do well. I was the last one of the family, so I had my sisters and brothers who always went ahead of me, and they looked out for me and pushed me and set high expectations. And I think that that's the key. And they encouraged me. I started speaking. My mother had me speaking at a very early age, and therefore I got comfortable in being able to communicate. One of the things that my parents taught was, despite discrimination, segregation, to succeed, you had to be twice as good as the next person just to get up to them. When I grew up in a segregated high school, segregated community, and when I entered the Army, it still was the vestiges of segregation. So it was common practice to see colored signs, colored only, and traveling as a young lieutenant going from Texas to Maryland. You know, we had to pack a lunch, put it in the back seat. You eat chicken and bananas, and there was one motel, the Gaston Motel in Birmingham, Alabama, that blacks could stay. Otherwise, you had to sleep in your car or just drive through. And we saw that, and you know, that was the way of life. You could go in a store, they would have colored only water and whites only, and even the dressing rooms, they wouldn't let some folks try on some of the clothes. There is no substitute for preparedness. First thing I would say is be prepared. Competence is the key. Gain knowledge. Do that by studying hard in school, doing your best of whatever it is that you take on. And beyond knowing what you are about and knowing how to do things, that's first thing. There's no excuse for that. If you are not competent, you're not going to succeed. But being competent is so important. Then be committed to whatever it is that you're going to do. Simple things. Don't leave because the time is up. If it takes you 10 hours to do a job that you're only getting paid 8 for, be committed to it and get the job done. Thirdly, communication. Be able to communicate, whether it is the written word, whether it's oral, or to even understand those signs and body language, because communication is a key. And to communicate, it's not only to talk, but you also have to listen, because sometimes we talk too much and we don't listen to what's being said so that you can get ahead. So competence, commitment, and communication. And finally, character. Your character will make a difference. Integrity is important. Tell the truth. Tell it like it is. Have the courage to speak the truth and always show good character and good morals.
Hey church family, welcome to Ambassador TV. I'm your host, Brooklyn Williams.
And I'm your co-host, Landon Richard. Hey Brooklyn, how was your Valentine's Day?
It was well, Landon.
You didn't ask me about my Valentine's Day.
Because we all have a clear understanding of how your Valentine's went.
Well, at this time, I'd like to say thank you to all of the lovely ladies who made this Valentine's Day very special.
To all of our new members who have not completed new members orientation, please make plans to do so. That's every second and third Thursday of the month at 6:30 p.m. right here at the church during family night. If you attend Lamar University, the Relentless LU crew has Bible study every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. in the Lucas Engineering Building, room 119. If you're interested in hearing more about the college ministry and learning more about all that it has to offer, meet us after the 10 o'clock service in Koinonia Hall for food, fun, and fellowship. Remember, every Wednesday morning at 7 a.m., people from all across the country dial into Pastor's weekly War Room prayer call.
Pastor Adolph has also started doing the prayer call via Facebook Live, which has increased the following by 15,000.
Not only is there a weekly prayer call on Wednesdays, but if you're free at 12 noon, don't miss the Hour of Power. It's Noonday Bible Study. That's every Wednesday at 12 noon right here at the church in the chapel. Christ debutantes, class of 2018, are preparing to make their way to center stage. These ladies stand in a class all by themselves. If you are interested in becoming a Christ debutante, please contact Lady Dory for further instructions. Ages 14 through 17 only. Over the course of the year, people from all across the country will travel near and far to help rebuild the community after the devastation of Hurricane Harvey. This week, a team from Washington State will be with us.
From Washington State?
Yes.
That's so awesome. I think it's so beautiful how people from all over the country are coming to help those affected by Hurricane Harvey.
I couldn't agree with you more. We would also like to thank Felicia Young for all that she is doing to put this together. We appreciate it greatly. Well, that concludes our announcements for today. Don't forget, every Wednesday at 7 a.m. is Pastor's weekly War Room prayer call.
Also, family night is every Thursday at 6 p.m. And we'll see you
next Sunday.